There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. And thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Clark, hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin.
David Aldridge, thank you. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Paul outside. Crowder against Schroder, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
Kicks it out to James. It's over Bridges. James misses.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area. You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range, and while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
James with it. Chris Paul covering. Now the pass to Schroder. Some solid D from Paul.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
And once Schroder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
Here are the Lakers. Caldwell Pope right side. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Now Paul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, what a strong take on the and one. Chris Paul understands with a level of toughness, you can make things happen.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. It's LeBron with the drive. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And Booker kicks to Crowder. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Ayton throws it down.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
James, that's a two-pointer. That one doesn't drop. Now the Suns take it the other way. Booker looking around. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Schroder against James. LeBron is doubled, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Phoenix leading by 6. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
You have to be able to think quickly and make great decisions, and in the catch and shoot, Devin Booker doing work.
And it's Schroder missing. And here's Phoenix. They're on a 15-6 run. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
The drive by LeBron.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
Suns have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Trying to get open is Schroder. A shot that time, not on target. And the Lakers going the other way now. James in the post. He's covered by Ayton. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Suns leading by 9. Paul passes to Bridges. Now here's Schroder. From the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Lakers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. The drive by James. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Phoenix gets called for the foul.
Imagine LeBron gets a step on you. It must be like a steam engine coming at you to the rim. All you can do is foul him.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And it's Ayton missing. Lakers trail by 7. Caldwell Pope passes to Davis. And the shot is good.
The foul couldn't hold Davis down. His scoring ability is just that strong.
Johnson, he's checked in for Crowder. Lakers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Suns leading by 4. Booker outside. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. Just 5 on the clock. It's good.
Well, it's 6'6". Let's remember, Devin Booker has enough size to feel confident on the interior.
He gets it up. No good that time. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Suns. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings,
one thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Lakers right now, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. Pass to Johnson. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Paul. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And that one's good, Ayton. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 10-point game. On the wing, Booker fires for 3. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
The shot's good from Paul. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. A shot by Paul, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Phoenix leading by 6. And stolen by Kuzma. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. But they get it back. Booker pulls it in. Suns have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Johnson inside. Davis is there. No good from Booker.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite-level defender, guards multiple positions, and turns away a number of shots.
Here's Booker. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
This guy has so many shots up his sleeve. Devin Booker loves to go with that floater when it's presented to him.
Offensive rebound. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Pass to Booker. 5 on the clock. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Booker's got 16 points.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And Davis can't get it to go.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Moving it up. And Davis throws it down.
A terrific leaper with incredible height. Davis is a dunk machine.
Paul outside, looking to get back on track here, and he sinks the layup. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, we know every game LeBron is going to find his way to the line just from his aggressive style.
Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Dennis Schroder comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And for the Suns, Jay Crowder's checked in for Johnson. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Booker outside. Pass to Bridges. Three-pointer. No good there. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 3 assists. And that'll do it for our...
tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
You know, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Drummond working against Ayton. Here's Bridges. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Suns lead by 5.
Well, with the high release point on Mikal Bridges' jumper, it's very hard to contest. Just a matter of being consistent now.
And it's Davis with the jam.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Paul, no one around him. His three-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's the pass to Davis. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Paul, and what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Davis against Booker. Here's James. And the dunk by James.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
From the wing, goes back up. Here's Drummond, releases. He dishes it to Davis. And it's Drummond missing.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Paul kicks to Ayton. Pass to Bridges. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Booker outside. Shoots the 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroder identifying an open teammate.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And LeBron James with the 3. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathered touch, he's lighting them up.
And the Suns call time.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Matthews in for Caldwell Pope. And Phoenix also making a switch. Payne's checked in to the paint. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Booker.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
Payne passes to Crowder. Over Davis. It's tipped. And it's the Lakers on the break. James with the ball.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that 6th sense. Wow, what a pass.
Booker outside. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. Good work there as it goes.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball.
Oh, that was something else.
Oh, my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis boosts his whole team with that explosiveness.
Here's Payne. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Sharch checked in for the Suns. Johnson comes in for Bridges. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial. Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Three for Matthews, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Now, Wes Matthews getting a reputation for that unreal range.
Here's Booker, sinks the 15-footer. Booker's got 22.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 11. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Harrell. Davis is out there with Matthews. Then there's Dennis Schroder, and it's Caruso in at the 1. That's the Laker 5. Here's Caruso. Rejected by Booker. They get it back. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Lakers lead by 11.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Outside Schroder. Johnson surveying the floor. Knocked away and stolen by Harrell, and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Caruso, no good.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Dennis Schroder. And Phoenix also making a switch. Paul's checked in for Payne. Inside, here's Sharch. And the rejection by Harrell. Ball against Davis over Paul. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And finished off by Davis.
And with high-level defensive intelligence, Davis times his steals perfectly.
Booker outside. Paul kicks to Sharch. Jacks up a 3. Can't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the middle. It's stolen by Sharch. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Caldwell Pope against Booker. Johnson outside. Paul for 3. It's good from long range.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Kuzma finds Harrell. Some solid defense from Sharch. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Paul passes to Johnson. He feeds it to Booker. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Booker's got 24 points.
Devin Booker has got a 70-point game in his history. He is cooking. You might want to check him tonight.
Here's Davis shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Schroder. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And like the greats before him, AD has taken the time to develop all aspects of his game. You have to respect that.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Drummond's checked in for Harrell, and James subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And for the Suns, Ayton comes in for Schroder, and it's Bridges in for Johnson. Lakers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
At his size, LeBron is a handful inside, and sometimes you can't help but foul him to try and prevent that easy bucket.
And that one misses.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
And the Lakers making a change here. Schroeder's checked in, and both free throws good for LeBron. Suns trail by 13. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Booker draws the double. And the wide open shot from Schroder, good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Lakers leading by 11. Here's Schroder, and he banks in the layup.
For a guy who's a little bit smaller at the guard position, Schroder is fearless. I think he likes contact.
Booker against Caldwell Pope. The 15-footer. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Lakers.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Davis.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Three-pointer, Schroder. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And it's Davis missing. The Suns on offense. They trail by 14. Bridges finds Schroder. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Andre Drummond picks one up.
I think you have to be cautious when guarding Jay Crowder. He excels at using his body to get these calls.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Crowder. And both free throws good from Crowder.
Let's not forget, Jay Crowder is a former second-round draft pick. This guy has made his bones in the NBA by adding toughness to every team he's played on.
And here's Matthews for the 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
they made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to